this one sucks.
Oh, wait, I think I see a few Naruto.
I think somebody
I wanted to be Naruto like so freaking bad.
From a character in Naruto. You go ahead and stand up.
I only beat the shouted out Sasuke. That's just me. So probably what a lot of this panel today will be on is answering questions for you guys and so on, because we only have so much to talk about that you don't already know. Honestly, as a matter of fact, I've heard that I guess one of the questions that's been coming up a lot recently is when is Shippuden going to be coming out? But somebody just sent me an email this morning saying that it's already streaming on the Viz website, the Naruto Viz. Is that true?
Yeah. I already know that. Yeah, it's always been.
I guess people are still looking for it on TV and they can't find it.
Question for Yuri. Question for both of you. Are you going to be playing voices in Shippuden?
The answer is, the question is, are we going to be doing the voices of our characters on Shippuden or any other character? And the answer is yes.
Just right before the holidays.
Right.
So we've already all started recording.
Yeah. And then by we, for those of you who have already seen it or seen a lot of it, that means mostly her.
And if you didn't know, I play Temari and he plays Sasuke.
The way you guys are all teaching as a class. Like this YouTube plus that.
Because, I mean, we can talk about the show, but you probably all know more about the show than we can ever talk about. So why don't we see if you guys have any questions that we might be able to answer. Obviously, spoilers aside, we won't do that.
I don't know.
Maybe we'll spoil some things, but we'll try not to spoil too.
Please don't.
Yeah, a lot of you out there, and you're here to ask questions.
I don't know if the best way to do it is point out to people to have people line up so we can take questions.
It might be, yeah.
Okay.
We'll point out, and
Point at you.
since we're starting the questions early, hopefully we'll get to all of you.
Just be patient.
We'll do our best. We'll start over here on this end.
Does Temari's outfit change at all?
Does what? Ever change at all?
Temari's outfit.
Temari's outfit.
Yeah. Yes, most of the characters have a slight shift to the attire that they wear. I mean, you're obviously still going to be able to identify the characters. It's very clear what they look like. But yeah, the clothes change a little bit because, you know, characters have aged and, you know, what they were wearing several years ago isn't necessarily what they are right now, their attitudes. But yeah, her clothes change.
Except Sasuke took a long time, and obviously he has a new outfit, but when I first came back and started, watching, I'm like, well, there I am right there, and they're like, no, that's not you. And I'm like, well, who's that poser named Sai dressed like Sasuke? And I pop on, and I'm like, shirt, chest open. Okay, all right, that's cool.
No, it's not. That sucks.
What's your favorite part about playing your characters?
Okay. I think my favorite part about playing Temari is that she's such a strong female character. She just really is very powerful and very strong and knows her mind and knows what she wants. And also when you think about these characters, when you think about the show, there's so many different kinds of people that are represented on the show. I mean, in a way, there's a character for everyone. And that really, we owe that credit to the writers and the creator of the show because they really created very distinct individuals. But Temari really, she's just, can I say that? Yeah, I just did. And the thing about it is that even though she is that strong and that powerful, she's also learn from because they may not work for them originally. And so I think that's really exciting, and that's what I really like about getting to play Temari.
You didn't mention anything about her being hot for Sasuke. And I love playing Sasuke because I finally get to be the bad boy.
Oh, yes.
In real life, I'm not as twisted and tortured and dark as he is. So I get to explore that when I play Sasuke. I mean, if you look at all the characters pretty much that I played before I got cast as Sasuke, they're all young, sort of wide-eyed, hero types with great aspirations, and honorable, and this and that, and Sasuke is not exactly that. Fireball jutsu. I'm gonna bet at some point during this panel I will break out a fireball jutsu. I actually won't send out the fireball. I'll probably call it out. Let me go to the gentleman in the hat.
Beanie! Okay, let's see. I know that he's changed and that he's supposed to be more like Lord of Orochimaru, we suck. We suck so much. Why is he so dark now, and why didn't he leave? I don't understand why you let the village go to Lord of Orochimaru.
Why didn't let the village go to Orochimaru, and why has he gotten so dark? Because, I think because he started dark, and they had to make him
that dark when he was a kid.
It was not dark when he was a kid, but then Itachi killed his entire clan. Kill his mom, or just his parents, or even just his family. He killed everyone. That's gotta mess a brother up. And you don't get over that. And because Itachi is such a badass, he has to make himself even more badass. The only way he saw fit to do that was to, go to Orochimaru and get the power. So, it's just spinning downward and downward and out of control. I'm just glad that with Shippuden, Sasuke is out of the barrel. Come back.
After a long vacation.
Right.
A long vacation of thrillers.
Right.
The
Yeah,
barrel
I'd
well.
like to, while it's not my fault, personally, I'd like to apologize for the fillers. The only good thing about the fillers, unless I'm mistaken, is some of you may know Will Wheaton, who's also at this convention. He voiced one of the characters in an arc of the fillers in 5 episodes of the show. So at least we got Will Wheaton on the show! How about the gentleman tie?
One thing I want to ask about is there are some aspects of Naruto Shippuden that are kind of mature aspects. Are he going to be seriously altering that for the American broadcast?
That's a little hard for us to say, simply because the producers of the show have to make decisions like that, and it sometimes depends on what the network is going to approve. Because, the show gets very dark, like you were saying, it does deal with very mature subject matter and topics and stuff. And
Including half the stuff I said.
right.
There's a lot of bad things on there.
Yeah.
I don't like it when they take the
Time
book.
you can't get on the air,
Ruins everything.
regulations. Well, I mean, there's just ways